Yeah, I mean every day there's something, but Tuesdays is a big time priority. We start the week off with that, and there's other things. I mean, it is a, we talk about the ball as the program, and how important it is taking care of it, and also getting it. And so really we won't have to raise the level of how much we stress it because we stress it significantly. And so, it's guys just learning, that when you make a big play, there's people behind you, they're chasing you, they're coming from all angles, and we got to do a better job being conscious of that. And just guys got out of their game a little bit, and got a little loose with it. So we'll watch on film. I don't know exactly how the fumbles were created, but a lot of the things we talk about, I think, are what happened.
Yeah, I don't think we saw Elijah Pritchett on offense until about 6 minutes left. What went into him not playing until then, and kind of then inserting him at that point?
Yeah, he got last game just a minor ding, and we were trying to get through it. He didn't practice much early in the week, but practiced Wednesday and Thursday, and so was ready to go. Probably worked a little bit more on the left side, and we felt good, after the week was we've gone through the week that we were just going to roll with what we had with Book and Gino, but he was ready to go. He could have started the game, and we were just trying to hold on as long as possible. Just try to keep him 100% healthy. He got through just fine tonight, and I think we're going to be in better shape offensive line wise going into next week. So it was a little touch and go there at some points during the week with a few different guys.
Jump to the right side, let's go to Katie.
Just kind of building off that, how did you see the offense shift and change in that final 6 minutes when he came in the game and kind of things opened up?
Yeah, it was just not having penalties, not being behind the chains. You guys saw it too, and it's hard to call a game. It's hard to overcome, second and long, third and long situations. And so, we had to learn some lessons the hard way tonight. There's no doubt about it. 2 touchdowns that are called back, because of holding calls and obviously the turnover inside the 5-yard line. But, when we didn't hold and we were, move the ball forward, good things were happening. But we have to be able to do it on consecutive plays over and over and over again and have sustained drives. And so, last week we probably didn't get put in that position to where we had to sustain drives, right? We were explosive. The ball was down the field. Guys were making huge runs. And so, that mindset, has to kind of carry over from this week to next week in an understanding that we have to grind the ball, grind it out every once, grind it out. It can't just be explosive plays. And with that comes, executing. And there's other things too that we certainly can be better on, things we can help Jalen out with. Jalen, I know how he is. He's going to put it all on himself, and that's the way he always is. But there's other things we can do to help him out. Sometimes they're kind of on the borderline of a missed assignment. It's just guys not executing and helping him out as well as they could up front. The skill guys, it's a whole team effort. On offense, every guy's got to execute. Everyone's got to do their job for it to go clean.
Go to Mike on the left side here.
On some of those penalties, I think we saw you get a little bit heated, with the officials. Just for us that haven't watched you, over the years, just how often does that happen, and what were you seeing on some of those that was getting to you?
Yeah, they obviously saw, and I saw some things too on why they called stuff. There's other things I felt, and when you get into where it's that tight, now all of a sudden everything gets called tight, and so I get it. It's just, I'm just trying to make sure kind of that everyone's held accountable, and I got to hold my guys accountable when we aren't executing and doing the things. And there's a lot of calls that, most of them we were holding, we were doing things that you can't do, and we got to clean up our part of it. But just making sure that the things that I saw also that I was addressing, that I wanted them to make sure they kept an eye on.
Got a few questions in the middle. Start with Steven right here.
Coach, on the touchdown run, Jamarion Miller, just saw the passion and how he's fighting to get in that end zone. What does he bring this offense from that perspective, his passion as a running back?
Yeah, he's just really quiet when you know, he doesn't like to say too much, but when he gets a chance to touch the ball, you know, we see what can happen. And you know, you don't get to see it a lot in practice because, you know, it's different tempos. The scrimmages, we've seen times where what you saw tonight, him getting loose and making those guys miss. I love the cutback. He did it early enough to where really, you know, there wasn't a lot of chance for the defender to make a play. So he's explosive. He can run inside. He can run outside. Just, you know, did a nice job all around. And, you know, I know he'll take it super hard, too, with the one turnover he had there, too. So, you know, he's got a fire in his eyes, and he came back, you know, wanted the ball, and that's what I love about him. You know, that's what I love about a lot of our guys. You know, they want to get back in there. They want to get back in the fight and go help the team.
Let's go to the back of the room, Mario.
Coach, towards the end of the game, there's a couple times there were some momentum starters, I would say, for momentum with Ryan Williams having that big touchdown catch, and then also, too, with Jalen Mbakwe stepping up with that big punt return, kickoff return. I guess to have those guys be so young and make plays like that when it's really needed, how impressive is that?
Yeah, a lot of new faces, young and even some just guys coming into this program that have really helped us out. And the foundation is still all the guys that have been here. You know, they understand the standard. They understand that, and the leadership down in the locker room, whether it's halftime, whether it's the end of the game, just, you know, holding each other accountable, including themselves, but also, you know, showing that, hey, we can be better. Look what would happen if we just played our game and did our job and did it the right way. And you know, Ryan, you know, and the catch that he had, you know, I love that. That Jalen has enough confidence in him to rip it out there and let him go make a play, you know, because there's a lot of options on that one play for Jalen. He can hand the ball off, he can throw a little perimeter throw, and he can also throw a hitch out there. And he chose to go to Ryan with the hitch and identification, being on the same page. You know, I love that he trusts, you know, Ryan in that moment. You know, when we got to keep the chains moving, you know, we're looking to score, of course, but, you know, Ryan coming through. He's done that a few times now, obviously, and, you know, those are just the steps that I love seeing. Bach stepping in when we needed a return, you know, and doing what he did, that was really key. He just, you know, unfazed, hopped in there. He's very confident. We've got a lot of confidence in him. Unfortunately, obviously, Cole went down, and he was ready to go.
Time for a few more questions. Start on the left side of Tony.
What did you see, or what did you think of Tyler Booker's move to left tackle? And then he's so good at run blocking from that left guard spot. Do you feel like you guys kind of were limited in that move, or, you know, in some of your consistency in the running game?
Yeah. No, I think wherever he's at, we're really good. You know, I'm sure he's going to look at it and learn a lot about playing tackle, just with the number of snaps he's played in his career, you know, versus guard. And, you know, but, you know, didn't worry too much about him at all. I think a lot of it is just the number of reps that they've had together, and it was just pretty much this week for few practices, and it showed. It showed that we weren't on the same page with different things and different calls, and so, you know, they got to tighten that up. But Book certainly provides a punch and impact wherever he's at. When he's inside, it's just the firmness of the pocket, the run blocking, the push off the line of scrimmage. It's strong, you know. And when he was outside today, I didn't really worry too much about, you know, a rush and on a one-on-one. I thought he looked really good in practice. I was excited on Tuesday when he took some reps there. And, you know, we rotated a lot of different groups or multiple groups of guys at different spots throughout the week. But he, you know, he looked good there. And I was very confident going into tonight with him at left tackle.
Jump to the right side, Charlie.
You mentioned a couple of minutes ago when Cole Adams went out. Just do you have an update on where things stand with him? Yeah,
he just had an arm injury. And I would say we'll have to see, you know, exactly where that's at, just the extent of that, you know. I didn't necessarily see, and I didn't even realize it was his arm until he kind of got up. I thought it was something in the lower leg, but, you know, we'll kind of see where he's at throughout the week. But, you know, unfortunate. I mean, he was, I think, more just frustrated that he got hurt than it was maybe even the pain that he was going through. But I'm sure, you know, it didn't feel good.
Coach, the way your team finished tonight, what does that say about your team? What have you learned about your team, and how does that carry forward to the next week and weeks ahead?
Yeah, I'm not going to ever question. I told them this. I'm never going to question the want to, you know, and the way they practice. They practice hard. The energy, in the locker room before the game. I mean, they wanted to go out there and I felt like there was a lot of guys straining out there. It's a word we use a lot to make plays, to finish. Sometimes we're straining too much, and we got to understand that you can't make that push in the back, or you can't tug the jersey in that split second of a hold. And those moments were the ones that cost us a lot of momentum, a lot of big plays. And so, in the locker room, we talked about learning from it, and there's some great lessons on learning that if we just stay in the fight and we just keep playing and live to see another down, it's amazing what this team can accomplish. And so, remember this time when it was 14-13. I believe that's what it was, and you just kept swinging, you just kept playing, and I'm proud of that. That's what it's going to take to win some close games, even if they're not pretty, because all wins aren't going to be that way.
Thank you, Coach.
Awesome, thank you. Roll Tide.
We'll have Todd, Tim Keenan, Jam, Bobby Prentice,
Tim Keenan.
and Q Robinson spread out. Let them get set before you start moving around.
Oh, there's Jam.
Hold on, let them get there before we move around. All right, TK, let's go over here.
So East Texas tough. East Texas tough.
Hey, you have to bear with my voice on a little bit.
All right, we're here with Jam Miller, and you kind of had the touchdown that put that thing away. The vision for you to find the way into the end zone at the end of that. Take me through that long run for a score.
Of course, we didn't start off pretty good during the whole game. And, Coach always told me always go 1-0. Throw the bad play away and get ready for the next play. And when I got that ball, I just do what I do best.
What was it like in halftime? What was the messaging? It was a close one there for a while.
Oh, it was a tough message in halftime. We a lot of penalties during the game. We just have to keep getting 1-0.
Jam, what did you see on that breakaway touchdown you had in the fourth quarter in terms of vision, the way the block's set up for you?
Oh, first, I got to trust my old linemen to make the blocks first. Of course, the receivers, because that's the only way for me to get in the end zone. And me, I just use the skill that I know from since I was little and just use on the field.
Do you sense any frustration from the offense when the game is still only 14-13 that late in the fourth quarter?
No, because I believe in the offense. Of course, we put it out 42 to I forgot what they had, but
16,
it was 42 to 16. It's just always having to trusting your teammates and the quarterback and whoever in the game that they're going to do what they got to do.
Do we underestimate a little bit the impact of the injury to Proctor, but also Pritchett, and kind of how that caused so many moving parts in the line? Did you sense them trying to sort of find their footing during the game, I guess?
Oh, no, they all great players, from the oldest and to all the rest of the strings. Whoever going the game, they go out there and do their best.
Jam, second straight week, you and Justice both found the end zone. Can you talk about your relationship with him and how you guys make each other better?
Oh, we always look through the goods and the bads. Every time he comes to the sideline or I come to the sideline, we always talk to each other and say what we could have done better and some of the mistakes that we made.
What do you say at halftime to the team?
Halftime, just lock in. We got another half to fix whatever. Let's come out strong.
Saw Q Rob get his second sack of the year. What can you say just about your teammate, his ability and just kind of leadership in the defense along with yourself?
Just how he's able to overcome adversity and whatnot, and just being able to execute. I'm extremely happy for Q. I'm happy he got that second sack. We doing our job. As long as somebody get there, we're gonna be all right.
Tim, what was the message at halftime from the coaches? Jam said it was kind of heated in there for a minute.
Just pretty much, we know what we need to do, and we just got to execute pretty much. That's all on that. Of course, it was some language to, encouraging language and whatnot. But of course, the main thing was just we know we got to do. Let's execute.
On a night where Nick Saban was being honored and the field dedicated after him, did you feel like this is a game you absolutely had to win?
Most definitely. Every game we got to win. Good thing about Coach Saban, I got to see him before I went in after pregame, got to shake his hand, give him a big old hug and whatnot. So it was good to see Coach Saban and get the dub in front of him.
What did you think of the atmosphere tonight?
It was amazing. Brian Denton, they always, bring it. We couldn't do it without the fans and how they, had that great support, had that great energy, third down stops, touchdowns, and first downs. We love Brian Denton.
And last one for me is you guys get ready to head to Wisconsin, a big, tough Big Ten team, especially in the trenches. How do you have to improve, especially on that D-line group?
Can't get bored with the fundamentals, do what we got to do, and we should execute like we need to.
What's kind of the message or just the mantra for you guys in some of those short field situations when there's a turnover and things like that happen? How do you guys kind of steady yourselves knowing you have a kind of short field to defend?
Just pretty much pride. Like, we can't control how we get on the field, but we control how we get off. That whole deal.
Hey, John, how are you?
What's up, man?
Just wanted to get the thoughts at halftime. Those guys were saying there was some choice language in there, but you guys ultimately knew you had a job to do and you finished it. What was that messaging at halftime?
The main whole objective was to, just keep on pushing, keep on fighting. Like Coach DeBoer mentioned, Coach Womack mentioned, winning is hard. And, with these tough games like that, we just got to take it play by play, next play mentality, and keep on fighting.
I know you guys go into every single game expecting to win, but on a night where they're honoring Coach Saban and dedicating the field after him, did you feel even added pressure to make sure you guys got the victory tonight?
No, not really. We just try to go out there and play Alabama football every chance we get. So.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
As far as preparing for quarterback, so should we go to the podium for Jalen? Elijah gave you guys coming in at the right tackle spot. I know some
Sorry.
Seems like when he came in, he made everyone put the ball up more on the ground.
One of those times, it might have been because my helmet wasn't tight enough, but I'm not sure. The refs didn't call anything, so I can't say whether it was hands to the face or wasn't.
What does it say too for a guy that's banged up a little bit? What do you say for that?
Stay upbeat. Yeah, when guys are getting check in on the sideline. What did you think of that?
I check in with them. I make sure they're in the right spot. All they think about is next play. That's one of the emphasis. That's one of the things we put emphasis on as well. 1-0. So the next play is the most important play.
I saw when Coach was walking off the field, he was encouraging some of the players. Your experience with him in the past, what kind of coach is he when games are tough like that? And what does that say about how close you guys are with your head coach?
I'm very close with him. Everybody on the team is very close with him. He has a lot of trust in us, and I think that's one of the things he talks about a lot is he has a lot of trust in us. He wants us to be player-led. He knows we want to win. He knows what this program's about. And so his conversation that he has with us is just go do it. Go do what you need to do. We trust you.
Thanks so much.
Thanks for coming in.
When we wait till Jalen Milroe and you know where Jalen's coming? Yes. That's all we've done.
Accountability is part of it. Some of my communication wasn't 100% there. But at the end of the day, we talked about just doing our job.
You talking to Theo?
That was
No, Josh.
That we decided to do. And once we started doing our job and not worrying about what everybody else had going on, obviously the result was the result.
Last question for Parker, if you got one. I know it's the same.
We're good, man.
You're none. All right, Parker, you're good.
Thank you, Parker. Appreciate it, man.
Yep. Appreciate you guys.
I need to be Parker, just go wait outside at that table. We'll get you back downstairs.
This is fresh. How much time we have left not shaking?
You want to talk?
Johnny.
How much time we have left in the show?
Say it again?
How much time do we have?
Really?
You
I think we're in C block, but I don't know. I'm trying to I've never done this before where I'm like in and out. And when they take us live, there's been no programming in my ear.
So that's when you know we're live.
That's when I know we're live. So
That's
I figured
scary,
out.
actually.
I'll make it okay. I didn't talk on the way back. I did not know that happened.
What?
What I asked you.
I feel awful. Give him space. So, back up. Thank you.
I feel so bad.
That's a great story.
He lost his mind. I know. I was like.
That's a great story to tell.
I know. I was like.
What's up?
I'm like, legs this way. She's like marking her territory.
That works.
I feel like we should just have him like come up while we're all sitting down, like you know what I mean? Like,
That's what Scott always says. We should just go back and sit
we
down.
should sit down.
Oh, I would love that. My back would love that more.
That would be the vibes, right? Does anybody need help like with a microphone?
Well,
or
we're not
anything?
taking it live
You guys
now.
need me to hold one? No? Sorry, other TV
I have-
friends? Okay.
Does anybody want to go on live TV?
Right here.
Hey, let me talk. Is there not compete still? I'm kidding. No, I'm not.
I'm kidding, but I'm not.
I got some things I want to say.
I have some things I'd like to say.
We all kind of share video.
Cincinnati
anyway.
Bengals are going down.
Let's have a statement on what you think tomorrow.
All of our videos ended up on each other's stations at this point because we all shared crap anyway.
I'm so sorry, I can't hear you.
I know.
I feel
He
bad.
can't hear you.
I feel
I
like
have my
Cincinnati-
eye in too.
Okay.
You went from
Here,
here
she
to
can hear me. I'm the worst. I can't chew gum and walk at the same time.
You're being serious, though. You know, having this live view on the back is really killing my back.
Oh, yeah.
I feel bad that we're just like, what's up?
For who?
I wish I could.
He's such a wish, man.
Like Milroe, we're just like up here, like, what's up, my
That would be
guy?
awesome if we could
This is
switch
gonna
over.
make us wait and wait and wait.
As he should. He needs to take a breather, calm down.
Behind Johnny. Is that behind Johnny?
Man.
John, I really should just bring my mic stand and just put it right here. If I had it. Oh well.
Me? Jam looks like a tank. Oh my god.
Not really.
But also in a way, this gets him prepared for the NFL when they do those live.
I think he's good.
So we're open-ended.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're gonna go.
So they're gonna take
Yeah,
him.
they don't have to go. Yeah, I mean they're not gonna go like.
Even if he has to read the highlights again.
Yeah, yeah.
Got NFL football tomorrow to watch.
Like, you can go ahead and like.
He's got. He's got a bunch
Jags
of
going to
pads.
Miami to take on some
Anyone
guy
know
who
the
used to play
score
here.
for Tennessee
You
and
guys.
CC? Or is that
It's
over?
30-3 last time I
or
looked.
something.
Who?
Tennessee.
Really?
Yeah, they might actually be average.
Giants.
LSU survives. LSU survives.
That's game day next week. LSU at South Carolina.
Really? That's game day? That's it?
Are you serious?
Seriously?
Is it in South Carolina? Someone, yeah, I believe so, yeah. Somebody said that.
That's the best they could do?
Gross.
Don't quote me on that, but I could have swore I read that.
No, I
saw that.
I think it's honestly, I think Wisco Bama would be better. Honestly.
Big noon kickoff, can't do it.
Oh, big new kickoff?
Yeah.
We don't pick up this.
Well, I guess they could. Tell you,
What
Texas.
about like Iowa State Rutgers? Let's go.
Yay.
Hey, McCullough, they was at Big Noon Kickoff today.
Yeah.
Or what,
Well, it's time for them to get. It's time
I
for them
cannot
to
wait
get
to
SEC
hear the
matchup.
CCS open intro when Brad comes out. It's like a beautiful day. It's South Rutherford, New Jersey. The Rutgers Saturday night. I cannot wait when he's there at Rutgers.
It's the Big Ten on CBS.
No, we're in show.
Are they keeping the music?
Yeah, they do. They had a game today, Iowa and Iowa State.
And Gary would be like, yeah, it's
It
beautiful.
looked weird. It looked weird seeing them doing
Is it still Gary Danielson?
Yeah, it's both of
Right
them.
now,
Jenny
Jenny Dell.
Their microphones say CBS Sports.
Week 4, you're going to do Oklahoma, Tennessee.
It looks weird.
Thanks so much. Thanks.
It just makes me feel better that McCoy's going through it with me.
He sounds.
Well, just remember this is the only
They do.
time that you're not
He
going to talk about it.
What?
It's all my fault.
Hey, Jan, I hope you don't mind on lighting your left of your face.
But
But then again, I'm never.
Win the show, win the like sports show. Because I feel like this week's easier than last week.
Is Kevin still with them?
Might be.
I keep thinking that says WVTM and it doesn't.
Do you know how many people have put me under that news
I believe
outlet?
that. I believe that.
My seats at multiple events have been WTVM.
I do. I mix it up all the time.
When you subtweet me.
No respect for you.
You work with James Spann, right? That's pretty cool, man.
No,
Maybe
it's
one
not
day.
the
Maybe
same
one
as
day they'll
ours.
let me meet him.
And Jamie Hill.
2 and break.
So we're going to the D. Okay, well, we have to tell Johnny. You gotta wait for 2 minutes.
Something.
He's gonna
They
do.
taped an Auburn recap. That's what they did. Okay.
He's gonna do my saving stuff, but it won't be live. Obviously, he's gonna read what I say.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
Okay, see how that because Johnny, after he'll have enough time to come back to Jalen after that.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna talk for like 8 minutes.
I'm in constant communication with Josh.
Who are you talking to?
The
Josh.
producer.
You're doing a great job, Josh.
Yeah. Tight dancing here.
I told him about your athletic capabilities.
Dude, I thought I was gonna have a fucking heart attack.
It was adorable.
He came in here panting. He was like, I gotta go.
I cannot believe you ran across all the way.
And I was right here looking for your saving stuff.
He was like, I gotta be right back. And he goes,
It was a miscommunication. So I run up here, start cutting. He goes, need your second at highlights. Right as I set up here, and McCulley's in the corner of the end zone. And I just said, I did it in 6 minutes.
You timed yourself?
No, I just happened to look when I sent the text, and when I got back, it was 6 minutes. And I said, I could
How
run
fast
that.
did you run?
Fast enough to nearly put me into cardiac arrest.
Did you put the, what is it? The Amazon Next Gen stats?
With the DK Metcalf chasing around. That was me.
Johnny topped out at 7 miles an hour. Down the hall.
The slowest NFL player in the league.
They put you in a side-by-side simulcast with Rich Eisen and
they
and
take-
Derrick Henry running the 40.
When they take Jacoby Brissett off on a special run, I'm going to run around my house faster than I ran.
Johnny, come on. He's your future.
You think Chase playing?
Hold on, we're back in show.
Oh no, Chase will play tomorrow. New England might have a chance.
Johnny?
Say it again?
If Chase don't play tomorrow, you might have a chance. Because Eagles got
He's gonna play.
They're gonna have to win like 13 to 10.
Yeah. Because who Burrow gonna throw the ball to? The Iglesias?
You know he's gonna play.
Who are we gonna throw the ball to? We're healthy.
Y'all still got Booty?
Yeah, Booty Bits.
And Polk.
Can't wait till he forgets the NFL rule. You need 2 feet and 9.
I forgot about Polk.
I like Polk.
He's on Harson time.
30. Should probably change the time.
Get a shower.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
2 minutes for you after this.
I don't even know if I did it right now.
Do we really want to talk to him? Yeah, right.
Who?
Do we really want to talk to him?
What'd you do if you forgot your spell? You like pulled.
We still good? Channel 1. Test, 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 test.
Already awkward. Pretty awkward. Like, be careful, ET. It's already like.
They've got a carpentry closet.
Oh, I knew that.
Being told not to crown
It's the same thing. Eagles. Yes. And we got the same brick as Auburn.
That's what I was thinking when I looked it
The
up.
same what?
The same brick, like of
Brick?
Auburn buildings, is that like very
Yeah,
close
yeah,
to
yeah.
She speaks.
Well, Clemson and Auburn are so like,
Oh no, dude.
Not bad.
Speak.
That's not good. There's a chicken right
My
there.
good writing is like.
Well, Johnny should let you scoot over.
And do everything else with my right.
Because, oh my god, I was talking about this earlier. Last week, Coach DeBoer was like, does anybody want to
Smile for Luke.
Coke? I can tell you last time I had Coke, too much sugar. That's
crazy.
I'm and that was his Monday.
I don't know where it was.
You know what's a crazy take that I realized? The Nick Saban field in the north and south ends of writing is Mercedes-Benz.
Of course it is.
That's crazy.
What else?
He's doing the Auburn highlights again, buying time.
In time.
He's promised
He's about
Milroe.
to hit the 2-minute warning.
He's promised him like 4 times. He can't not. And we're open ended.
What's the big story?
Running Jamie's package again.
Hey, maybe no one ever saw it.
Unless if she did a look back, that might have been
Oh,
it.
yeah, she did 2 packs.
Okay.
She did 2 packs.
Never mind then.
I can't wait. I recorded it.
I would have loved to be there.
Me too. I would smile my ears off. That made no sense. I need a shower.
Do you want to trade? You want me to hold the camera?
All my stuff. Yeah, no, I'm setting my camera back up on my tripod. I'm running over there.
The real winner's Rico and all this.
I kind of wish I did what he did.
That's why you go.
I did it a couple times last year.
He's like, I don't need Hoppy.
Where is Hoppy? Yeah, where is that? We had to go on.
Him and Joe to go. Must be nice. After this, I'm just gonna shoot a stand up in that room and roll.
Okay. You're the boss.
Like,
You drove.
don't say that.
He never takes this long.
No.
I got that. Do you know where he is?
Why would I know where he is?
He's on a slow boat to
We're
China.
taking like 360.
Let me go check real quick. Who is that?
It's a producer.
If you do a live hit right now, no one would mind.
I'm not doing that. What, next you think I'm going to take a photo of myself trying to ask you questions?
You didn't get to ask
No, you should. Excuse me. I'm going to throw now to Milroe who's walking to the podium. That would be so epic.
We just go.
Come on, dude. Just go. I just say take me live.
They could. They could. We're open ended.
Nicole, get ready. Giants going live.
No.
Dude, everyone would want it.
No,
Everyone
nobody.
would want it.
These are professionals.
Are they? Okay, maybe half.
Dude,
There's also no way I could do it without laughing.
Like break down the game for me, Johnny. Johnny, what was the price?
I had 2 hot dogs tonight. The one with sauerkraut's disgusting.
Stop talking about food right now.
Tell us about your thoughts.
I just see he throws it to me. Speaks. What do you think?
Johnny, before we
If you ask
talk
him
about
a
the Alabama
question,
game, there's a big Patriots game tomorrow. Tell us your thoughts on that.
if you ask
Can
him
you
a question,
imagine?
you need to put a
That would
different
be the best way to lose my job. I just give a pep talk to them. Alabama live
You
television.
can say one thing to break to
Jacoby
break
Brissett?
Jacoby Brissett tomorrow. Gerard Mayo's making his head coaching debut tomorrow. Oh, dude, I would.
They're gonna wrap it up, but they're gonna stream it on the web, so we have to stop.
That's awesome.
That's exciting.
He just said they can't stay on the air all night. You could. You're open ended.
If he walks in like where they break again.
It's okay. I feel great right now. McCoy's using carpentry from Alabama as his support, so.
Carpenter. He built the ark.
Hey, I feel like this is. Oh, never mind. Not sturdy. Oh, this is cold. This is fresh.
And that's fresh?
Yeah.
They bring me water. So, the Coke has that. Yeah, this Coke looks like it. That's new.
That's
But it has
expired.
So do you think they put like expanded?
October the 12th.
Oregon's struggling right now.
I saw that against Boise.
I thought that dude was going to win the Heisman. I was wrong. Oregon struggling again.
Expired next month, fellas.
End of month? We're gonna have to tell them.
31st.
You good, man?
Watch Ty Simpson.
Is he really
You sure?
I'm gonna take him now, Johnny.
Please give him some space.
Shirt is sick, man.
Taylor, what was the key to getting the rhythm in the fourth quarter offensively?
Having the 1-0 mentality throughout the whole game, and having an optimistic mindset. Something good is about to happen. I think that was the biggest thing when we try to refocus as we get off the field, was having an optimistic mindset and just trying to approach each play, and just going 1-0 mentality-wise.
Jalen, what are your thoughts on the defense's performance tonight?
We talk about team. That's very important, especially when you can lean on each other throughout a whole football game. Proud of those guys for their grit, their determination, and how hard they played together. It's definitely something that we can, get our fuel off of, and just how well they play. So I'm super proud of them.
What was it like at halftime? What was the message from the coaching staff?
I think it was just refocusing. We can't get those plays back. It's all about uncontrollables, controllables. We can control how we approach the field as we got out of halftime. So that was the biggest thing. It's all about refocusing.
Jalen, when you guys pulled ahead at the end, what did you learn about your team with the way you guys finished?
We learned that you don't win a game in 1 quarter, 2 quarter, 3 quarter. You win it in all 4 phases. So just see the guys just have tremendous grit and pull out a win like that. It just shows the toughness and the want to, in a sense. So I'm just proud of those guys for how hard they kept on stacking, throughout the whole game.
Speaking of grit too, Ryan Williams had that big touchdown catch at the end of the game. Just to have that youth and just that connection between you guys, what does that mean?
It goes all about practice reps and repetition. I think that's a big, key component when it comes to playing on Saturdays is the reps during the week. And it factors into, how well he plays and how confident he is as a player. And so, when we have moments like that, when we can distribute the ball to our playmakers, it's all about trust and then falling back to our level of training.
I saw you talking to Coach DeBoer at the end of the third quarter. What was his message going in there for you guys offensively?
Biggest thing was 1-0, flipping the page on each drive. Even when we had touchdowns, the next play, having that optimistic mindset throughout the whole game. So it was awesome to just have the feedback with him throughout the whole game. And he's just a key resource for our offense moving forward.
You have Tyler Booker on your shirt. Just how big was he moving to left tackle for this one?
No, absolutely. That's my guy. Tyler does a really good job influencing the guys in the room. He's a tremendous leader. He has tremendous grit. He plays hard, plays with a lot of effort. He has a lot of pride when he plays. But when he plays, man, he just is a positive light to all the guys on offense. And his leadership is just grown tremendously throughout the offseason and then influencing going into the season. So I'm just proud of him with who he is as a person, how great of a teammate it is. And, I just enjoy just having him as my teammate.
Well, how do you feel the offense has progressed through 2 games? Where do you feel like you guys are at?
We're not a finished product. There's so much more we can grow and become as an offense. But one thing is for certain is just the tremendous growth that we continuously make each and every week. And it's going to be evident as we go along this process and as we go along this process of a season. So, I'm definitely excited for what the future holds on offense, but we just acknowledge that we're not a finished product. We just have to have that relentless pursuit to continuous improvement.
Can you walk us through the touchdown to Kobe Prentice, what you were seeing?
It was all about trusting the scheme. When the play call came in, it was all about going through my reads and being a point guard with the football, just distributing to our playmakers. And so, it's all about stepping up in the pocket, reading the scheme properly, and then distributing it to Kobe. And he did a really good job just doing the rest of the play.
Those design play runs for you, it didn't count because it got called back for. But just to be able to trust your feet and also the ability to be able to grow in the air. I mean, how are you maybe battling and overcoming that?
I think what's so important is the confidence level. No matter what play it is having an optimistic mindset when the signal is called in, whenever the play is called in, throughout a whole game. No matter what the play is, it's all about the confidence level that we can execute the play at the highest level to the best of our ability. And that goes into the run scheme, that goes into the passing scheme. No matter what it is, just that confidence level whenever we approach the field. And so that's very important for us as a whole offense moving forward as we go along this season.
Jalen, for you personally, what's going to be your point of emphasis this week in practice?
That's a really good question. I think the biggest thing is flipping the page, enjoying the win. Everyone is not easy. It's hard to win a football game. So, number one, enjoy the win, but reflect, build, and acknowledge, there's rooms to grow, rooms to improve as a quarterback, improve as a leader. So I just have an open heart, open mindset when it comes to just trying to be a better player for our football team, because that's the most important thing. Is how can I look in the mirror and reflect and build for the guys in the locker room.
What happened on the snap? Do you recall like what went wrong on the bad snap at the goal line?
That's all on me. I gotta do better under center. I gotta do a better job communicating early on, especially with the shot clock, especially when we're so close to the end zone. So I take full ownership of that. I got to be better on our end. So moving forward, that's something I got to improve on.
Is that something you're going to focus on a little bit more this week just because it's at a road game and in a loud environment at Camp Randall?
No matter what, when we're on that yard line, we got to score. That's the approach, for our mindset. When we get close to the end zone, our motto, we got to score. We want to put in positive plays, keep stacking positive plays and put points on the board. And so that was something that we got to improve on and something we got to reflect on as we approach, next week when it comes to game planning.
How frustrating were those penalties tonight, wiping off some of the big plays, and how as a quarterback and leader of the offense do you kind of flip the page and regroup?
Controllables, uncontrollables throughout a football game is very important, and it's evidence when you stack good drives, stack good plays, and as you approach a football game, there's a lot of time left on the clock, and so to linger in one mistake or one bad play is not going to allow us to move forward and grow as an offense. So I think that was very important. As we approach the field, it's all about reflecting, and building off of each other, because at the end of the day, as an offense, we gel off of each other. It takes all 11 guys to make a great, consecutive downs along a drive. So I think that's very important for us on offense, just having that mindset.
As a guy that didn't play against South Florida last year to be the starting quarterback at home next season, what was that like going through your mind preparing for this one?
I think just every game that I have the opportunity to play for the University of Alabama is a true blessing, and I take a tremendous honor in that. And I don't take a game for granted just being the Alabama quarterback. It's a lot to be the Alabama quarterback and just have another opportunity to play this week. I take that with tremendous honor. So, I do it for the guys in the locker room. I do it for the state of Alabama. I do it for my family. And I'm going to be able to rep that, each and every Saturday. And so it's very important for me just to continue to just keep on stacking great days and keep building for the guys in the locker room.
Last two questions.
9 touchdowns in 2 games. How much does this offense really allow you to accentuate your skill set?
It's very exciting. We haven't even reached to the top of where we can moving forward as an offense. There's so much growth that we can be made. But for us as an offense, we got to have that optimistic mindset, continuously just work hard. And, I'm just excited for what the future holds for our offense, because we just have a lot of guys in the locker room that are selfless, committed, and take a lot of pride with wearing the A. And so as a quarterback, when you have the guys like that around you, it just makes you so excited to just touch the field with those guys.
Is this a perfect game for y'all? You see how you look when you are executing, and you see how you look when things aren't executed as well?
I think for everything you can reflect. What's most important is what did you do good at? What did you do some things that we can improve on? And as we have the 24-hour rule, we're able to do so. And so I think that's going to be very important for our offense, important for our defense, special teams, us as a whole group, as we regroup and refocus once it comes to game planning for another opponent. But the number one thing we have to do is acknowledge where we need to grow at, and then reflect and build off of that. So I think, for us, we just acknowledge that the journey isn't over, and we have so much more we can, put in install for our offense.
Thanks, Jalen.
Thanks, Jalen. Hey, Johnny, I got a video of you